Hello guys, this is Dominique Pierce, and I'm going to be giving my thoughts more than reviewing the match between Ricochet and Ospreay. To be honest, let me start by saying this, that I'm not very familiar with Ospreay or Ricochet besides him being in Lucha Underground as Prince Puma, but any other variations of his work I'm not very familiar with. So I'm kind of giving my standpoint from a fresh point of view, really. So bear with me if any of his gimmick or previous works are significant to what I say in this video. To be honest, I'm gonna start by saying this. To be honest, I don't understand why this match got so much attention. I mean, yes, it was a spot fest, and to be honest, that's exactly what it was. It was a spot fest. I believe there's a place for that type of wrestling out there, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not one for saying I like my matches going one move a minute, wrestles everywhere. But I like a steady pace match throughout the whole thing. The match was about 15 minutes, and there was a lot of selling, but what's the point of selling when you're just gonna get up and do 20 more flips? And this match wasn't the worst thing to happen to wrestling. I feel like this match is a peek into what wrestling is going to be 20 years from now. 20 years from now, that's probably going to be very tame and normal. That's probably going to be just like on every other show. But as of right now, I'm not a fan of it. It makes no sense to me, really. The match lacks psychology, and I'm making it sound like I completely hate the match. I wouldn't watch the match again and again and again. It's not gonna be one of my favorite matches of 2016, but as far as entertaining, if you just want something to watch that's entertaining, then that is exactly what Ospreay versus Ricochet is. I'm sorry for the kids in the background. They're on their bike. And, I can't really tell them to do anything. As far as what Ospreay and Ricochet is, it was entertainment. That's really what wrestling is, though. Nowadays, it's entertainment. It was choreographed, ballet-ish type of entertainment. It was meant to be impressive. It wasn't meant to be a technical masterpiece or a psychological masterpiece. It was meant to be something that you watch and you're like, wow, those guys could do many flips. And I believe that if they went out there and their job was to impress someone watching wrestling, then they did their job perfectly. But as far as having something that's gonna be remembered years and years and years down the road, I don't believe that that's what this match is gonna do. Weighing your thoughts, tell me if you think this is terrible or great. I feel like with most people, it's either on one end of the spectrum. You either think it's really good or really bad. I didn't think it was really bad, but it's not my cup of tea. So weighing your comments down below. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you're a fan of this type of wrestling. Bye guys. Have beautiful days and wonderful nights.